Where is he located at? I'm over here like feeling. I'm trying to think of where I'm gonna have to call him, let him know I'm outside. But actually responding to you guys. Oh, there he is. Yo, what's up, bro? Yeah. You looking good, looking fresh. Thank you. Oh man. But yeah, just super appreciative. Bam! I'd like to welcome Nathan to the show.
What's going on?
What's going on? Anyways, I was just talking about, like, yesterday I talked about failures. Today I'm talking about successes of just in general. So Nathan is my foster brother. I told you guys that before. Nathan, I don't know how well this will or won't go, but what do you think, like, one of your greatest accomplishments that you kind of had in your life that you're like, fuck, I'm proud of that? Don't look at this. Are you in frame?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, am I in frame?
Yes.
All right, you don't need to see that no more. It'll just distract you.
Honestly,
What?
getting with Caitlin.
Getting with Caitlin?
Yeah, because like ever since I got with her, things have completely flipped around. It kind of like balanced me out. It's kind of like what I needed.
I feel you, man. It's like it's a missing piece.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you act a certain way because you don't know how to act, or sometimes you act a certain way because you're doing the solo dolo life.
Right. Yeah.
But when you when you locked up, I don't want to say locked up. Some people be like, he locked up. He ain't single no more.
Nah,
but when you're in a relationship and that person is providing value in your life, and you're providing value to them. See, it's definitely a good feeling. I like that.
It
like
is.
that. What's the biggest change you've seen in yourself since being with Caitlin?
My temper.
Damn, he does have a temper, guys. My nigga has a temper for real. But.
Yeah, my temper is way down. I don't want to say I don't get mad, because I definitely get frustrated with Caitlin, because I'm with her 24/7.
Yep.
And we bicker, we argue.
That's what it is, man. That's how it goes.
Like, when I say my temper, I mean, like, how I used to get when I was 15, 16, 17 years old.
Rage. Like, I ain't even know. See, Nathan's kind of like, I feel like his like chill and then rage personality is a bit like me, because a lot of people will see me, and this is kind of one of the main reasons I decided to create the show, Real Will, is like people will see me like, Will's cool as fuck. Hey, he's chill, he's nice, and all this other stuff. But at the same time, like, they don't see the struggle and the pain and all that stuff, and like the temper that I got too. So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And for a long time, like, Nathan had my ass full. I was like, Nathan, yeah, that's my nigga. And then Nathan wild on me one day. I was like, what the fuck just happened here? What the hell? I had to take a step back. I was like, hold on.
We're gonna get your biscuits, man?
Yeah, let's do some free biscuits, man.
Yeah, that's right here.
Okay, cool.
You can't pull it.
I can't. Okay. Shit.
You'll have to go around the long way. It's all good.
Dope. But back to just like successes. I think it's really important to, like, especially when you're getting down, you're feeling like depressed, or you feel like no one cares, or you feel like you ain't worth shit, or you ain't done nothing in life. It's important to really think about like what you have accomplished, what you have done. And I'm not talking about like a degree or whatever, which that's cool. If you're proud of that, shit, own it. But like small things, whether it's like you came from a family that had nothing and you overcame.
I think it's overcame.
All right. Overcame them struggles. We're gonna talk for like 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna take an intermission, eat these biscuits, and then we're gonna jump back into this.
All right.
But I think it's important to really recognize that and kind of feel that and understand that, because like I was going through, you guys know this, I was going through like some deep just depression over the last like few months or whatever. I feel like I'm kind of coming back up on that wave where I'm realizing that there are people in my life. There are people that care. There are things that I can provide value. I can do all this other stuff. So don't beat yourself up too much. Don't take it too serious. Okay. See you guys after eat this Bojangles. Very quickly, guys. Oh, goodness. Third time's a charm. At least we'll be good at it. There's a button on the camera where you can take a video snapshot, or you can record for the full amount of time. Usually I do video snapshots, 4-second clips, so that like it doesn't record forever. But in this case, it took me 3 times. This is the 4th time we're doing this freaking thing. He's like, fuck, Will. God damn. This is the 4th time we're doing this clip right here. So I apologize to you, Nathan. They'll never know the pain that you have to go through for the last 10 minutes.
It's all good.
Let me reset. I don't even know if you got your science clip stuff. So let's go back to when we were talking about your passion, like what you were wanting to do, paleontology, and then we'll talk about that, and then we'll go hike. Okay, so I was telling Nathan, and I don't know what got clipped, what didn't get clipped, but I was talking to Nathan, and I was like, what's your passion? What do you actually like to do? And what were you wanting to do previous? And he said science. And I said, I don't fucking know anything about science. I did horrible grades. I had horrible grades in science. So tell me a bit about what you want to do with science, why, how you know, where do you want to take it?
That's the thing. I don't know what exact scientific field I want to go into, because I enjoy all of them, but at the same time some of them are not as reliable and not as
lucrative.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just kind of hard to decide, because even the ones that I really want to go to, I mean, you gotta go to a, you know,
Ivy League college.
You gotta go to like Duke, and you gotta be like, you know, balling, you know what I mean? And that's just not me. It's just not, you know.
That's not me either, bro.
Even though I wish it was, like, it's just not. So I guess what I would really want to go into, since I guess I'm in this boat, it would be probably some form of biology. I would probably say like marine biology. Mm-hmm. Or probably still paleontology, because I just enjoy the idea of digging up bones from dead animals.
Finding fossils, finding like fossils. Histories. That's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. And a little bit more about Nathan, like he, unlike me, did really, really well in science back, you know, in middle school, high school. Like I got nothing but D's and F's in science and history. I loved hearing the story. I loved learning about the thing. But when it came to like remembering the words and remembering the terms and all the systems and the autonomy of stuff, I did horrible at that stuff. So I relate a lot with Nathan, because right now what he's wanting, and I did a video a little bit ago about like fuck college, like screw college. But what he's also wanting is he's in a predicament right now where what he wants to do does require like some sort of a degree, at least for you to be like, oh, I'm gonna go dig up some fossils. Maybe not. I don't know.
You don't have to take those. You might have to go to college for 4 years to be a paleontologist. You don't have to get, you know, a master's or anything like that. But you're not gonna make that much money.
So the problem he's struggling with is 2 things. One, he, like I went to college, I wanted to major in graphic design and do my thing. And what I struggle with is when you decide to start college, when you decide to take a degree, you don't jump right into the classes that you want to take. A lot of times you have to take a lot of core classes or even pre-core classes just to get to that. And that's usually the first 2 years of your degree. So what happens for most of us that, you know, work minimum wage jobs, that don't have scholarships, that don't have, you know, mom and dad to run to or whatever, is we end up hopefully getting FAFSA to pay for our books and going to a community college and taking 4 credit hour or 4 classes, which I think is like 16 credit hours actually. Yeah, 16 for a full load so you can get it done as fast as you do. You think, I can get this done, get this done, get this done. You got to hold out for a long, for a while, and then you go work for 40 hours at a job you hate, and it just does something to your soul. Like, to hold off your happiness for 4 years, and it's usually not 4 years because you, like me, I failed a lot of my core classes. I'd pass one class and I'd fail or drop like 3 other classes because I had shit going on, whether it was relationships, whether it was, something bad timing in life. I couldn't get to school. I missed too many days. I had to jobs don't care about your school most times.
Right.
They're like, okay, well, I guess you don't work with us. And you're like, fuck. School or work? Work, I got to pay my bills. That's the situation that I did for 2.5, probably more than that, like 2.5 years. And I still, after like 2 years, even though I knew what I wanted to do, and even though I was doing kind of like my own thing on the side, this is how I kept myself happy, I was still stuck in like pretty much a freshman kind of state because I was taking a lot of pre-classes. So there's that. So I get that. And then 2, there's the promise of a degree, the promise of a job after you get this degree. You've been reaching for 5-6 years, however long it is. You've been doing good. You've been pushing hard. And a lot of times you'll look at people, they have a degree, and it's like, I'm working McDonald's, or I'm working for $20,000 a year, or whatever that might be. They're not happy.
No.
And they're in debt. They're $100,000 in debt, $50,000 in debt. Student loans. And then you have the people that do say make it, right? And they took the job because it wasn't really even their passion. They're like, I got to make some money. And they end up making, say 40 or 50 or whatever that is. And they hate the field they're in. And they end up dropping that whole thing. They took 6 years out of their life. And I'm not saying that 6 years is useless in college, and it's not. But it's like, is there a better way to spend 50 grand, 100 grand? Shit.
Right.
Like, so I guess if I had to give you advice for 2 different things. If you have to go to college, if you have to do it, figure out what you can do right now that makes you absolutely happy, that you can provide, that you can start, I don't know. I say film because film's my thing, but it doesn't have to be film. Like, say you know something very well. Like, I don't know shit about science. Say you start reading all these history books, you're doing whatever on the side. Maybe you want to give a little bit of information back. There's people out there that are like, that have created a YouTube channel that's like wedding film school.
Right.
For people that don't go to school, and then people just jump on there and they learn all the stuff that you're supposed to do without even going to college. Maybe you can find some niche, something that you love. Do that. Once you feel like you've gotten really good at it, start just giving back. And this is what I do. Like, I've learned how to do filmmaking, so I didn't start by like, how to do films. I learned the shit first. I learned how to do design. I learned how to do web. And then I just started giving back. And I did that all on the side of what I work right now. A lot of people don't get it. I work a 9 to 5, 8 to 5 every single day. All this right here, this is side stuff that I do.
Right.
Because I like it. I love it. So do that. Find that thing, so you do science, you want to do a degree. But how can you do something right now that involves science?
That can benefit me.
Yeah, that can benefit you. And it doesn't even have to be science, it can be something else too.
Right, yeah.
Do you like playing like instruments?
I mean, yeah, I was a band geek.
You
remember the good old days? Bringing home the bass clarinet. I mean, I guess as of right now, they have, downtown they have a science museum. And I kind of want to see if there's like a way I could get hired there. And I'm kind of curious about that. Because I went inside there, I did the little tour or whatever. It's really cool inside there. And they have people who walk you around. And they have concession stands and gift bar, places like that. So I might check that out. Because sounds like something I would really enjoy.
You'll be surprised. Now, only thing I'll warn you about that is that right there is dependent on someone else accepting you.
Right.
I need you to find something that you can do no matter what, whether you're fired, whether you're in school, whatever. Because that's what's going to keep you sane. If you have to go to college, you have to go to college. If that's somehow your path and you want to freaking be a brain surgeon, great. you have to go through these certain classes, but to keep yourself sane throughout the process, you do that one thing, whether daily, whether that's for 1 hour or whatever, and then you go and do this stupid 3 credits or 4 credits. I wouldn't recommend 4 credits. I just recommend that like you're just doing it, you're working towards it, and you're doing your job, but you have that one thing that you can always retreat to, no matter if you get fired, no matter if you start, because you gotta hustle, but what you're probably gonna find, this is what I found. I worked, if you want to count it, 3 jobs or whatever. I worked, but I also did my passion, and what happened is I started finally taking the classes that I was going to school for, and figured out, because I had been doing this shit for a year on the side, just doing my own thing, I was so far ahead of the students in my class, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't even need this right here. And maybe you'll find, like, say you do start like taking that moment for science, learning everything you can about it, you learn all these ins and outs, you start talking to people, Facebook groups about, whatever, and you may find that there's something that you already can do right now, and then find out, fuck, maybe I don't even have to go to this 4 or 5 years of college. Opportunities and things will open up. And that's what happened for me, and I think that's what will happen for you, because it's hard to find like what you want to really do in life and do it.
I mean, there's a couple things that you should remember that I've always wanted to do. I'm funny as hell, and I always wanted to do open mic at a bar.
Do it, man.
And I've also always wanted to have my own YouTube channel.
Do it. I'm telling you. Buy a cheap ass freaking camera. Literally, you can. This isn't like super cheap. You can buy a camera for like $100 or $200. Like, think about it. If you're using this is how I make the investment right here. If I'm using something every single day, right? Every day, what's $200? If you divide that by $365, it's pennies. Get you a camera. Doesn't matter. Put it in front of you and just start doing stand-up. Start doing it. It'll help you. It'll help you practice. Like, as far as just like seeing yourself back, you can also share that online. Who gives a fuck if they like it or don't like it?
Right.
And you're gonna start out bad at first, like everyone does. And as you do more and more and more and more, people will see that progression. It's more important to show the growth, because people are like, oh man, I fucking remember when Nathan was here and now he's up here. He's real. He didn't just pop off of nowhere.
Right.
He grew organically. I think that's something you can do right now, literally.
Yeah.
So I recommend that to figure out how to get FAFSA for college if you really are serious about doing the paleontology thing. That's the only time I'd recommend it, if it's something that you're like, fuck, I need to do this for the rest of my life.
Right.
And then just hold down the fort. You gotta work, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to do it. That is going to wrap up, probably going to wrap up Real Will. We're just going to go on a hike. I might talk to you guys later, but that's pretty much it. That's the first interview on Real Will in the car. And let me just tell you, I was like, fuck, everything's got to be perfect. And I finally figured out, I was like, I'm just going to put a fucking camera in my car and just talk to the camera. And people are like, oh, hell yeah, Will, I love this. Really?
Really?
Okay, cool. I'll do more of it. All right. Thank you, Nathan. I'm going to give you a handshake in the car. We about to go on a hike. Let's do this. Hey, follow your dreams. Figure out what you got to do. Hustle and do it every single day of your life. And you have a good life. Peace.